how long, if we talk about the duration, you know, you have 20 plus years of experience. So, I mean, you're not the typical run of the mill type of guy, but with saving money and really strategically like saving up and writing out, I'm sure, a business plan.
Thinking about it for a long time. Yeah.
How long did it take to build up to that many trucks?
Let's see, January we added the first one here, and then the most recent one probably a month and a half ago. So, we're adding about one a month.
I was walking. We're talking. Right. We're out here at Waupun Trucking Show. We're here with DIY Semi.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Adam's a great friend. We talk off camera, and he actually drove an hour out just to hang out and just BS and just talk it. So since then, before that, who's this little man with you?
This is my buddy. This is my nephew Gannon here. He likes trucks. He wants to own some someday, just like we do. And he's having a great time here at the Waupun Truck Show, looking at some pretty snazzy trucks around here. There's some pretty sharp. A lot of guys put a lot of work into this. You can really tell.
No, I'll tell you, brother. So my question to you is, first question is, what got you into trucking, man?
Oh boy, that's a long story going back a long ways. I grew up on a farm, so I was always kind of around equipment. And back in the late 90s, kind of went through a spell where I just kind of wanted to be alone, do my own thing, not really have somebody looking over my shoulder. So I decided to go to truck driving school. And the rest is kind of history. I did that.
How many years now?
22.
22 years of trucking. So you got that baby face, but you ain't that young.
No,
is that what that is?
I'm knocking on 50 here. So.
Hey, I don't know what you're drinking, man, but if you could look like that at 50, that would be the goal right there. So nowadays, if we fast forward, how many trucks do you have?
Well, when we first spoke in December, I had one truck. It was just me, and decided in January that, you know what, I've always thought about doing this, adding trucks, and it's just time to do it. I had been saving for a long time to do something like this, and it was just time to do it, and make it or not make it. I was never going to know unless I did it and tried it. So bought another trailer, took on an owner-operator, started from there, and it's just kind of kept going from there. So right now we're in the fleet is 7 trucks and 6 reefer trailers. I'm the odd man out. I stay home now to do all the dispatching and booking of loads, and still working on equipment all the time when guys come through for service and trailers and stuff like that.
How long, if we talk about the duration, you have 20 plus years of experience. So, I mean, you're not the typical run of the mill type of guy, but with saving money and really strategically like saving up and writing out, I'm sure, a business plan.
Thinking about it for a long time. Yeah.
How long did it take to build up to that many trucks?
Let's see, January we added the first one here, and then the most recent one probably a month and a half ago. So we're adding about one a month. Now,
with pretty fast growth, I would say.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about that? You recommend people do it? You recommend them not?
If well, you got to remember, I've been saving my whole life for this. I've been kind of a saver and had a lot of money put away for it. So it's in a way I kind of put my life savings here into this. But if you have to borrow it all or raise the capital, even I feel like I kind of grew a little bit too fast, maybe, because you're going to hit growing pains along the way. Just besides equipment, you gotta have capital for repairs, and I have to pay people and then wait for my money, because I've never factored anything. Insurance bill is that's a huge bill every month now. I tell you what, fuel, you're pushing $10,000 a week in fuel. There's a lot of money you have to float that you might not think about. So it's all on your your personal financial side. You can have a line of credit, you can factor, you can do different things to help, but put a lot of thought into it. Plan for the worst, hope for the best, kind of. Plan conservatively, and it's all whatever your comfort level is.
No, I appreciate that. That's great advice. But the big one now is We talked off camera. You know, we're not here to say names, do this, do that. But what are some of the growing pains? I mean, we don't have to say what things happened.
Yeah.
But what things have you woken up to that has cost you a hefty dime and you find yourself digging out?
Well, you know, I hear it all the time. Oh, you know, whatever your carrier takes is too much. 15%, 20%, 10%. We got to remember, things aren't always rosy. Bad things happen all the time. You know, I think in the first month and a half, you know, somebody had an incident with a trailer. You know, it was very expensive. Just here recently, we had another very expensive incident with a trailer.
How much money can something like this cost?
I mean, you can have 10 grand in one day.
It sounds
easily.
It sounds like something you woke up to.
Yeah, I can't get into the details because I deal with my drivers. We don't talk about it. It's just we're generally talking here. You know, some things you got to work through. You know, rather than turn them into insurance, because if you're a small company, your insurance company rules the roost. You know, if you start turning in claims and stuff, they're gonna boot you or jack your rates up so high that you have to.
Ate that one?
I've eaten a few of them. You know, we're selective about it. When something like that happens, I sit down with the driver and say, "What are we gonna do here? You know, what are your intentions?" Tell them what my intentions are, and we just come up with a plan. And besides working through some things, it's built good relationships with some drivers, and I'd like to think, you know, some loyalty both ways to me, you know, them loyal to me and me loyal to them. From the beginning, we decided we're going to do something a little different and try to build a different kind of culture, because being a driver for 20 some years, I know all the things that people complain about with their companies and this and that, and we decided we're going to do it differently, and we have. It is not cheap, and doing things the right way is not exactly always profitable, but I think that's the way it has to be.
I appreciate your truth, brother. You know, I appreciate you telling the truth that it's not all about, you know, you get into the game and you're a millionaire overnight.
Sometimes, hey, I'm gonna be honest with you. There's months where I lose money, and a lot of money. There's months where I'll make money. You take the good with the bad and hope it averages out over the long period. And plus, you know, we're still only, you know, 7-8 months into this expanding thing, and there's growing pains and there's things you can't anticipate. So you just got to give it time, and that goes back to the thing of, you know, starting with capital. You know, if I borrowed all this, I don't know that I could sleep at night. You know? But I was willing to roll the dice, take the chance, and say, hey, if I fail, at least I tried. You know?
I love it, man. So at the end of the day, shout out your channel. Tell people where they can find you, because this man right here, he's not sugarcoating. He's telling you his truth, and he has a lot of experience to back it up. So
yeah, thanks. Check out the channel, DIY Semi Trucking and More, right here. We just started some memberships. Got to get that merch store going. I'm not very artistic, so I'm trying to have the wife help out with that. But we do a lot of videos, business videos. We're doing a lot of them lately. People seem to like them and have a lot of questions. Some maintenance videos. Kind of all things trucking.
Some of the truckers, if you get the opportunity, I'm telling you, DIY Semi, my guy Adam, he's good people. He's gonna always tell you the truth, and you know, he's a wholesome family guy, and he just wants to see other people win too. Now, with that said, shout outs to anyone out there.
Yeah, if you're checking out my channel, be sure to check out my brother's channel, Cash is King Trucking. That's my brother right there. You know, we only met a year ago, but we're like brothers now. Check him out, and if you want to learn about, you know, how to make money as an owner operator, that's a great channel to learn from too. So check out Cash is King Trucking, and just a quick shout out to my brother Randy, who passed away. We buried him yesterday, so rest in peace, and you know, our thoughts and prayers are with his family.
Love it.
Including this little one right here.
I love it. I love it.
So we appreciate it.
Appreciate you, brother.
Always, man. Always.
Thank you.